Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler.
Staple versus Bangers and Mash.
Yeah.
All right.
Taters.
Taters. French fry potatoes. All right. If you guys don't know how this game works, we are going to talk about two cards. One might be a staple. Both might be a staple. But there is only one spot left in this deck. We are assuming that both of these cards are in, it fits in this deck.
Can go in the same deck.
There's only one spot though. And you guys have to decide either by your preference or by our arguments, our amazing arguments, which Lowery is the king of arguing.
That's not true. I lose more than I win.
Pretty fantastic. And by you guys voting, you decide what is the staple winner for the week, and the winner will wear our crowns that we have. Lowery, you got your crown? Get it ready.
Nah, I left it on a shelf this week.
You might have won. Okay, so what was our last week's staple versus?
I was Honor-Worn Shaku, and you were Inspiring Statuary.
Okay, so how do you think this one went?
Lots of good. I saw the Twitter poll and I went, oh. Yeah, well, I mean, like at the end of last week, like I think 3/4 through, I was like, I'm fucked. Like you come up with this list and you're like, oh, they're debatable, 3-color artifacts, like they kind of do like extra mana beyond the bit, and then like you start arguing about it, you're like, oh man, I am fucked.
I think this week's is going to be pretty close. I like this week's, but last week, so Twitter voted 79% for Inspiring Statuary.
Yeah, that's not. That's
YouTube,
pretty lopsided.
83% went Inspiring. And of course, Discord with the highest votes for Lowery, 33% for Lowery, 67%. So even though you fuckers in Discord want Lowery to win, I still get the crown this week. So let me get my crown on quick.
You do. It's a beautiful thing. Does that feel the same as when you were homecoming king in high school? Or
what's funny is when we were trying to do this, I almost grabbed the crown of that. I was like, "Fuck it,
you have that right there."
I not here. It's in my keepsakes and storage.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not that conceited. I mean, I am, but I'm not that conceited. All right, so the king this week is asking his peasant Lowery.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
You're looking for a button. You don't have a button to use. What?
I do.
Okay, kill him.
All right, yeah. Don't worry, the Discord will. All right, so what are we debating this week? Master.
Okay.
Debater.
So I'm going to be going with Blade of Selves, which is 2 to come down, 4 to equip, and whenever that creature that is equipped attacks, it's going to create tokens attacking the other opponents that are not being attacked. So this can create, if you're in a big game, like beyond the normal 4, boy, is this some...
When you should not be playing games like that.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
You can do your bad card at this point.
Oh, you should not be playing a more than 4-person game.
Hey,
what are you doing?
Explain whatever dumb card you're talking about. I can't even remember the name of it.
Yeah, you never can remember it, even though it's so
Which
fucking
one
good.
is it? I'll look at the...
Helm
of the Host.
Helm of the Host. So this
were you looking around for it too? Like you couldn't remember it? I'm sure.
No, I remembered it.
Oh,
I remembered it.
All right.
I did. And it was Helm of something. So this is a 4-drop artifact, legendary artifact. Yes. So it's a little bit more than Blade of Selves because it has to cost a little more because it's so good. At the beginning of your combat on your turn. So when you cast this, you can attach it. No, for 5.
For 5 to equip.
Yeah.
5 to equip? So you're saying like 9 to do something?
Yours is 4. Yours is only
it's
one
6
less.
total.
Because the reason why
That's
you
a
got to add these
playable
extra
good card.
You got to add these extra castings.
Sorry,
because
what
it's
does it
so
do?
Freaking good.
What
Okay. At the beginning of your turn, create a token that's a
Combat
copy.
at the beginning.
Oh,
of your
sorry.
combat.
Combat. Beginning of your combat on your turn, create a token that is a copy of a equipped creature, except that token isn't legendary. So this is your downfall, Blade of Selves.
Yeah, so not cool. Yeah, it's not
Isn't legendary. Equipped creature. Wait. Let me read that again. Token isn't legendary if the equipped creature is legendary, and that creature gains haste.
And it gets haste.
Which I always miss that. I actually always miss that fucking part. I don't think I've ever attacked with my token copy. I think I've been, because it's always
because you're putting it in bad decks.
No,
I would say
the reason why you
make a
play
better
Helm
deck.
of the Host is because you're playing your commander, which is an amazing commander, right?
Maybe.
Why not have two of your amazing commander? Normally I play good commanders so that if there's two of them out there, it's pretty brutal. And then each turn that you let that stay, you make a third one. The thing is Blade of Selves, you create the token copies. If it's a legend, if you put it on your commander, they're gone instantly. Like, you don't even get to attack those players. They're just...
But you still get the
fucking
ETB
gone.
effect.
Oh, but what if your commander does an ETB? Most commanders don't do an ETB. So you're having to put this on something else.
So what are you going to be doing with... You're putting this with
I'll
an
put this on
ETB commander. I think either way.
No,
I think that's what you're doing.
No.
I
put
think
this
that's
with
what you're doing.
Okun. Okun is amazing with this, or Zender Split. Freaking amazing. If you're doing a Eureka deck,
Your
you're
decks don't even
doubling
last that long.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they last longer than that, baby.
Whatever. They are. They're done
Eureka,
like that.
Yarok, Magda. Well, I guess Magda would get.
What?
Oh no, you get.
And
double
Yarok
treasures.
is definitely an ETB deck.
No,
so,
but having double triggers of that, having two Yaroks out.
So
then three,
I
and then
agree
four.
that like putting it on your commander is probably better for Helm of the Host, but that's kind of the only spot you want to be doing Helm of the Host, to whereas like Blade of Selves has that utility where like you just want to be able to put it on any creature, and you can do that like
So
2-3 turns before Helm of the
You're
Host.
depending on something in the 99 to put your
Anything.
blade,
It's just
blade of
pure
cells on,
value.
right?
It's just pure value.
You're depending on the 99, whereas Helm of the Host, I'm depending on a card that is right there.
Can you
at my
hit my
disposal.
button? Can you hit my button?
Build a better deck.
Build a better deck. As if every card is a threat,
build a better deck.
if every card is a threat, then like
Well,
when we were
mine's
we were
100%
playing
guaranteed
Umbrus
that
last
I have
week.
mine. Mine's sitting in the command zone. I'm playing off of Helm of the Host. I play
Yep.
good commanders.
You're
what I
having
would tell
one-
you, Lowry, is
I would just say build a better deck.
so I
Helm of
want
the Host would
multiple-
be bad in like a feather deck or a Calamac. Well, maybe not Calamac.
I would just say
All right.
build a better deck.
So it's if you have like value creatures, which is huge in Commander,
Yes.
Blade of Selves is just going to generally be better.
I wouldn't say better. I'd
You
say
would
good.
never put Helm of the Host on like an Eternal Witness before
because
your commander came out.
I'll put in my commander.
But I could put it on my Eternal Witness and bring 2-3 cards back.
Sure.
And then later on equip it to another card before Helm of the Host is even out. Because they gain so much value with some of the
So you're
stuff
just
that's going
assuming
on.
that you get yours right away and that you have this already Eternal Witness out there because you played an Eternal Witness so early in the
I
game
could just
because
play it turn
there's
2.
so much in your graveyard that you need to
2.
grab out. And two, what do you have in your
Well, no,
graveyard?
I can play
What are
it
you
turn
talking-
2 and just
what
have
are
it
you
out
doing?
there.
What
I
are
can
you-
have it be in
So you're gonna
play and
grab-
allow me to
You're
do
gonna grab
inspiring
3 cards
statuary
from your
shit
graveyard
too.
because there's nothing in your graveyard at this point.
What do you mean? Build a better deck. Run your fetches. Run your removal. You're going to have stuff in. Like
so
you're talking about
amazing.
what? Yeah, I remember last weekend when I was running Blade of Selves and you guys kept on killing stuff that I was trying to equip it to.
When did you die last weekend?
It was an Umbrus. It was my Umbrus
How many
deck.
times did you die first in last week?
More than enough. But you guys kept on targeting me for some reason. Maybe it was because of Blade of Selves and you guys were just scared shitless.
I will give you Blade of Selves is fantastic with ETB stuff.
And there's only just a fraction of cards like decks that deal with that.
But here's
right?
the thing.
Oh,
Helm of the Host,
like a lot of them.
yes, but the thing
Like
is
a lot of them.
you're dependent on getting those cards in your deck. Which are you playing? Are you no listen?
You're depending on building a deck. That's
No,
that's
well,
what I
no, no.
heard.
What I'm saying is you have a 99 cards, so you're dependent on playing an ETB.
You're right.
thing.
I can't attach this to like a land or like an artifact
What I'm
or
saying
something.
is-
I agree.
You're building a deck around a good commander. Hopefully, you're playing.
I would just say
I
build
would
a
expect
better
you
deck.
do
Okay.
do as well.
Your commander is built to do good things, and to have your commander is at the side of you don't have to worry about drawing it. It's there. It's your look. Hey, how's it going, commander? It's sitting there. You just cast it.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
have to worry about drawing an ETB effect. Oh,
Yep.
damn it. I got another mono rock. Well, this isn't going to matter. You know, like, oh, I'm going to put this on my commander and then I attack and
If
make
I'm
all these
paying
and they all
9
die.
mana to do something, I'm expecting it to make a huge
You
difference.
don't pay. Very
You're pay-
rarely do you pay the 9 mana at once. You play Helm of the
You're going to
Host.
pay 4 mana to do nothing, and then
For one
5
turn,
mana to
sure.
make 1 extra commander.
Sure. I do it all the
Sure.
time. This gets played a shit ton. Yes.
Yep.
You play it and
It
then you
does.
attach it because then once it attaches your next turn around, you already have 2 of your commanders. You play your commander, you attach it, or your commander is already out. Helm of the Host is fantastic. You know,
It's bad. It's very bad in high CMC commanders. Like you're playing it before the commander's out, and then you're paying 5 to have it copy a simple. Like it's too much mana to be on those value creatures. If
it
that
removes
makes
that
sense,
legendary rule,
you know what I
buddy.
mean? Yeah,
That-
that is really nice. I will agree with you on that. But it feels bad whenever you just put it on a value creature. So it feels like it's only for your commander. To whereas there is a lot of. How many times did Umbris get removed last weekend? That was like every time it came hitting on the board, it was gone within a
It would have
turn.
been nice if you had 2 Umbruses with the
But
Helm
I
of the
didn't. I
Host.
wouldn't have had the mana to do that.
Yes, he would
I
have.
wouldn't have had the mana to do that.
You had Helm of the Host one turn. You bring.
I
your
was paying
Umbris on another
11
turn.
to play Umbris on per turn.
Wouldn't it have been nice if you had 2 Umbris and one of them would have got removed and you still had another Umbris
I
doing
would have
its
never
thing?
had the mana to do it. It would have been a dead card in that deck.
You would have been golden if you had Helm of the Host out. I'm going to give you one little nugget for yourself. You get around the attack trigger rule. Not attack trigger, the attack tax rule. So,
Oh,
one
that's a
thing
good
that
point.
it does do is
I totally knew that. Totally knew that.
The one thing that yours does do is if there is like a propaganda or something else out there, when you attack and it makes the copies, you don't have to pay that for those
Yeah.
copies. So you get around that, but yours is still based on attack. You have to attack with that creature, which means your creature may die. Like you have to attack with, hopefully that person's
But that's
the
why,
weakest.
like, if you just put it on a value creature, that's fine if it dies because its value's already done and you got extra value out of it.
What if your creature doesn't really have that ETB stuff? What if it's your commander and you want it to just sit
Can you
back?
hit my button again? Build a better deck. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's-
What if your
like,
commander's
you're-
like? What if your commander just needs to sit back and enjoy life and not and needs to just make multiple
Absolutely.
copies of it?
I agree. That would not be the deck to put this in. You would put this in a more aggressive deck where you're going to have like ETB triggers, evasiveness, big creatures,
Oh, you got a lot
instead of
stipulations.
having.
Got a lot of
You
stipulations
mean
with this
the
works in.
majority of commander decks?
It needs to have all these stipulations for.
No,
it
it
to
doesn't
be
have
in
to
a
have
deck.
all of them. It just has to have one. It just has to have one of them.
That
How
statement
many
seemed
sit
like
back
you
decks do
needed-
you have?
It seems like
It'd be bad
a
in
lot
like
of
a wall
stipulations.
deck that isn't Arcades. Yes, I agree.
Arcades. That wouldn't work in there, would it? No,
What do you mean?
Arcades are pretty bad to have Helm of the Host on there.
On Arcades? No, you draw.
No,
multiple,
you draw multiples.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
that
draw
would work.
multiple.
See, every commander is fucking
I'm just
amazing.
saying. I said it wouldn't be good in a wall deck that isn't Arcades.
Okay,
So if
here's
you
my.
made a wall deck
You
that
tell me
couldn't
this.
attack, I agree.
Okay. Helm of the Host, whatever. You attach to an ETB thing, it'll keep ETB in each turn.
Yeah.
But my point here is, what commander doesn't this work on? Like, what commander are you not going to put where you want multiples of your commander that you can keep making, and you don't have to attack to get this trigger?
I'd say
It just
Reese.
continuously makes. So you're going to name one commander? How many
Like, it wouldn't be
commanders
good in feather. It probably wouldn't be good in feather.
So we're talking about a Boros deck?
It
You're
wouldn't be
looking-
good in Muldrotha.
All right, dude. I got let's see. How many decks did I say we could make here with colors? We have you got a little bit more to go. You got 669 in 2-color decks, 402 in 3-color decks, 43 in 4-color, 33 in 5-color, and 150 plus in each 1-color. So what do we got now?
It
5?
wouldn't be good in Oscar or Essex or. I'm
We get
just
7.
saying. Just
7.
saying.
See the decks on my
In
shelf
Essex,
there?
those tokens that came into play, I gotta
Those-
have them be anything that was on the board.
Those all up there. Those
Yeah.
Those
Every single
20
one
some
of them?
decks? I don't think
Every
there's
single
that
one
would
of
be-
them? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah. Pretty because I think this is in almost every one of them. It might be. If
Are you
anything,
sure?
one that would be good in there.
Sure, you sure?
Daryl would be nice to have multiples. Eureka would be nice to have multiples because it is in there. Perforos. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice to have in there.
No, it
Okun I
wouldn't.
already talked about.
It wouldn't be good in Perforos.
Bruvac. What? 2 damage? Everybody. That's not the Perforos that I'm playing.
No, that's not.
I know. Would it be good? Why wouldn't it be good in that Perforos?
What? Number one, it's not always a creature, right? Number two, you're still just
Hey,
paying
number 2.
3 to put it into play. Like,
All right, so we got one of mine. Bruvac would be amazing in there.
and maybe it would work with Muldrotha. I'd have to think about it now.
Atraxa. Ooh,
Look,
think of Atraxa. Think of
every
Rhea.
deck, Blade of Selves would work in all of those decks as well.
just not on the commanders.
Just
The
not
point
on
of
the
the
commanders.
decks. Just the point of the decks.
What do you mean the point of the decks? The point of the decks in Eureka is ninjas. So why not make more ninjas instead of more Eurekos?
It's all about Eureka.
Does Eureka trigger multipliers?
Eureka's normally
Maybe.
the one that
Maybe
triggers.
it
That's normally the only one that normally he's the
You might
only
as well
one
just
or she's
cheat.
the only one going through.
You might as well cheat. You don't even play your big spells there. You're just
Why is your voice
ninjutsuing and
getting so high?
because I'm losing. Have you not seen this pattern before?
It's my favorite. All right, we should wrap it up because we're getting really close to 2 hours again. Although no, we took a beer break, so we aren't
did.
actually close
We
to
did.
2
That was a
hours.
beer.
All right, we're good.
All right.
All right, you guys can vote on YouTube on the community tab. You can vote on Twitter. And if you're a part of the Discord, you can vote on the Discord. We will announce the winner next week, and the winner gets to wear this fancy looking crown here.
Yes.
That should
And I
it
do
for
have
this
one. I'm just not going to use it much.
The problem is you come up with the battles, and then you let me decide. And I'm
I
like,
do.
well, I like that one because I use it. And it's good.
Yes.
So, but you have the funny responses, so that's what I like about it.
Well,
All
I
right.
guess it works.
All right.